Can a damn thing stop me? Can a damn thing stop me? Can a damn thing stop me? I'm reaching for coffee. I need to get my pep, my get up and go, because I've been about 2 months long on the road. But you know what? I had to slow down in Porterville. It was not a thrill. It was something quite lame, but I make you say it almost drove me insane. Breaking down camp, I'm like Aladdin with his lamp. I give it a rub and you got 3 wishes to grant. You know, straight off the dome, I want a safe trip, and that's the one I'll keep totally legitimate. Keep it straight and narrow from here on out. If I can't, then I won't pull in no trout up in the Sierra Mountains or the places I like to be. You know what? That's why I always roam freely. 51 and counting the years. If the sleep is the cousin of death, then the blink of your eye makes you closer to death. Yes, your last breath is what you be breathing when you're deceiving yourself if you got 30 more when it's probably 10 in store. Trains going by eye and eye. They see they're taking all the goods to the city, down to the people that want to buy in the Walmart or Amazon, wherever you go, and pay the toll because they got to go up over the Tehachapi Pass or El Cajon. That's the one that takes you to LA. They never play down there. It's homeless as fuck. AF, I mean to say, but you know what? It used to be good in LA. It used to be a very interesting town. I like Santa Monica, Westwood, and sometimes West Hollywood bound. Insert the chorus where I take my sip, because you know what? I don't need no lip. I've given a lot in my time, that's true, but you know what? I always see through what I finish. I'm trying to think of maybe I'll buy a car and cheat a little while on the far, but you know, I don't want to go away. I want to keep it near each and every day. It's a 7,000 climb from Needles to Flagstaff. That's a bitch of a climb, and I know I rhyme well because I said so, even though it's been a long time that I haven't tried doing it. So I'm digging to the well, trying to resurrect the bars that used to flow so effortlessly. It was like capital control without any going money out of the country. You know what? Sweet and lovely for the investment bankers, but that's the money changers in the temple that we need to throw out, just like Shirley had a temple. Oh yes, you know, I'm ready to flow. I'm coming back a little bit, but I still got more to go. That's quite obvious for me to see, but at 51, I'm still the funkiest Holly MC from Kalihi that you ever did see. Without a doubt, you know, I'm going up for mine, taking it back in overtime. Still rhyming after all these years. I am a lonesome fugitive. He who travels fastest goes alone. It was so hot last night, I didn't need my underoos. Polypropylene, had many views. I put it on each and every night. It's usually in the 40s. Last night, maybe in the 60s, I see. That's the only way I can think clearly. I was sweating a little bit in these things I try to keep clean. These are my sleeping clothes, you know what I mean. You got one pair, you get all grubby as fuck, and the other ones, you want to stack them up in the clean white trash bag in your panniers that you put on the side of your bike so you can handle those. Long ass roads, like 40 yesterday, got me down to Amboy today. Amboy Peak over there, Amboy Town up yonder. You know what? I'm quite fond of the rhymes that are coming out of my dome right at this exact moment, ready to go and point out my... Practice, practice, practice. When will I tell you the story of Porterville misery? Misery loves company, but that was a road I walked alone. like so many in this zone of stone, where I'm holding the microphone and grabbing my bone. Didn't squirt last night, but you know what? I never do it every day, but that's why I'm all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. That's why I never reach for the toys unless I'm ready to go ass out, you know, without a doubt. Putting away my pots and pans. This little monster here in my hand costs about 150 beans. It's not cheap to be on the extra deluxe camping scene, but if you know the things that you need and how to get them, then it's all right. You're going to see with them. I feel like for the first time I'm back in the West, and of course the West Coast is the best coast. We all know that. I'm not trying to re-resurrect the beef. No, drop that. But I must say, I love me some West. California is like its own other place. It doesn't quite erase being a part of the West, but it's not quite entirely a part of it because it's its own thing. You know what I mean and what I'm trying to bring. But out here in the Mojave, I feel the Intermountain West. I feel the Sierras, I feel the Rockies. I can't say one is the best. They're all equal in my heart because I love them and I always want to keep them apart from the white professional lie that I've been living. I fell into an educational career and I keep giving funds and management to charter schools and good policy and laws and rules for the state government to use and parlay. Put it out there for everyone to display. If you ain't got the time to use it, then don't abuse it. I don't take it to the limit. I don't fake it to the make. I don't fake it till I make it. I take it to the limit and I'll break it. It's good to have a few stock phrases to fall on when you're falling off on the rhymes. That's why I need to resurrect the stock that I had once upon a time. I was pretty good in 01, 02, 03, but that's a long fucking time ago if you count the calendar, you see. Yeah, the chorus. Breaking down camp at Amboy Peak. Always ramping, never feeling weak. Or is it Amboy Crater, like I'm a rhyme sayer? Yeah. Pete Rock sets the soundtrack. Let the beats drop. Let the beats drop, La Rock. If I could rap in French, I'd be Jacques Dutronc. Sometimes I drank so much I think I should be a monk. But I like the world too much. This misbegotten one, Jesus tried to redeem, but you know what? He left the scene, so now it's up to each and every one of us to do our best. You know, it's quite a test, this struggle called life. But you know what? It can be harder or easier without a wife, depending on how well you choose. It's hard to stay together over long term, I understand. But you know what? God has a master plan. He slams close the door and opens a window, man. Don't you see that? It's quite obvious if you're living straight and true. I think Amboy consists of one cafe. I don't think even gas. You know what? At least I got water, so it'll make me last. Hopefully a little bit less than the 42 to thinner. You know, maybe that's where I get my dinner. It's supposed to be an oasis in the desert, a place lush growth, water and birds and everything like a moat that I can see put in. Practice, practice, practice. You're raising yourself from the dead. Don't be misled. You're going to have some bars that suck and sink like lead. It's the nature of the game and resurrecting yourself. But you know what? You got plenty of mental wealth, and that's part of the problem. You know, for 5 long years or more, I had nothing on my mind except taking a drink and trying to recline. And that's fun. Then it's fun with consequences. Then it's purely consequences. Everyone that drinks knows those are the fences that bound you in and never let you win, keep you trapped. You know what? Fuck that. I'm taking a different path. I'm finally mastering how much gear to carry, how much water to bear, how much food is there in the larder. Because I'm a self-starter and carrying all this under the power of my own legs. Don't be misled. It's quite a huff. You know, you gotta be rough and tough like leather to get a few dozen miles in each and every day. But that's the way I like to play. And I don't like to work. I only like to cruise party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. La-di-da-di. La-di-da-di. La-di. La-di. Oh, 01, 02, 03. It was like turning on a spigot, definitely for me.